Why did Silicon Valley happen where it did? Early investments in computing happened in Maryland and Philadelphia. New York and Chicago had massive financial markets. Early big tech companies and proto venture capital firms were in Boston. All had major research universities. Why not in any of those places? The difference really was a case of culture. California's egalitarian hippies influenced that state's early tinkerers, computer enthusiasts, and researchers. Idea swapping blossomed and became central to the community's ethos. It was a place of reinvention and future thinking, far more than those old, buttoned up big cities. Enough San Francisco bankers and East Coast moneymen then got involved to insist the geeks incorporated businesses. That's the argument from Sebastian Mallaby in his 2022 book, The Power Law, Venture Capital and the Making of the New Future. He writes, the Valley's distinguishing genius is that the patina of the counterculture combined with a frank lust for riches. The result is what he calls the most durably productive crucible of applied science anywhere ever. The lessons for those trying to build their own tech and innovation economies: don't attempt a single entry point. The command and control sounds better in theory than it ever works out in practice. Some degree of fractious and multi-part organizing is a feature, not a bug, of innovation, entrepreneurship, and technology communities. A 2018 research paper argued that innovation happens best when strong ties develop around structural holes or gaps in institutions. Many overlapping meetups and groups and organizers are effective in creating innovation. Say what you will about late-stage Silicon Valley. Its businesses and culture reshaped the world. Even today, of the 10 biggest private research and development budgets in the world, half are from Silicon Valley. Most are tech firms, and every single one has an office in Northern California. So why did Silicon Valley happen when it did? After the Second World War, massive military subsidized research, and that coincided with decades of growing rich world consumers and resurging American immigration. New science was created, and there were lots of educated people to do something with it. The American economy grew rich, and a flywheel of invention, innovation, and wealth creation flew. Since then, Silicon Valley business culture and risk-tolerant investment strategy has been copied around the world. Though still the world's epicenter of innovation, its share is declining. It is to the digital age what Florence was to the Renaissance, a spark, not a closed system. That when of Silicon Valley is nearly impossible to recreate. But the where, that's something we can better understand. Now the rest of us decide what we can learn from the past and what is different for our future. As Mallaby wrote, in a world of intensifying geographic economic competition, the countries with the most creative innovation hubs are likely to be the most prosperous and ultimately the most powerful. He goes on, in a world of intensifying income inequality, the countries that can foster greater regional diversity in the locations of those hobbies will be happier and more stable. Happy building.